CJ. I just want to focus in on the Leafs fans throwing jerseys on the ice. I know it's kind of been a recurrent theme the last couple of years. The Leafs and I think the Oilers fans have, and both teams have every reason. Their fan bases have every reason to be frustrated, and I'm really pissed off with the direction of their respective hockey teams. But I want to talk about the whole throwing the jersey on the ice. My view on hockey jerseys. When I worked my first job, I was 15. It was a summer job at a fast food restaurant. My very, very first paycheck ever, I bought a Cam Neely jersey at the TD Garden. I went to the pro shop. They didn't have the 1980 style jersey, so I bought the 70 style with the tie up, the Bobby Orr style, and they customized it for me. And I had to go back a week later, and from there I was at kind of a really interesting relationship with jerseys. On the whole, I collect them. I got a bunch of them in my room. Some of them are autographed, a couple of them are game worn, but a lot of them they have different meanings to me. Obviously they're not cheap. That Neely jersey was $150. My Vinny LeCavier jersey was about $200. My Modano jersey bought $130, $140. My McDavid jersey I bought in Erie for $200. Then McDavid signed it, so that's worth a few dollars. But in so many cases, they're each one symbolizes something different. I always like to buy jerseys. I got a nice collection. I got Florida Panthers Pavel Bure jersey. I just stuff like that. I mean, my dad got me Crosby's rookie year. I think it was Crosby's second year. The year he won the MVP. My dad got me a Sid the Kid jersey, and as much as I may not be much of a Penguins fan, I definitely have that jersey, and it's so old it doesn't even have a letter on it. It's just the Penguin. There's no C or A on it because I don't. One of my little cousins one of the little kids over my house for Christmas. I showed it to him, and he said that's a knockoff because there's no letter on it. I said no, this jersey's older than you, and there's Sid wasn't wearing a letter at the time. Stuff like that. That you kind of take for granted, the little memories. So I could never imagine throwing one of my jerseys on the ice, regardless of how pissed off I was with the Bruins. My two favorite Bruins jerseys are my Neely jersey, and I got a Milan Lucic Winter Classic jersey with like the fight strap and everything from one of my dad's friends. Never in a million years would I throw those on the ice. And as much as it's because it's a financial, you're throwing $200 away. It's because all those jerseys mean something to me, and I understand the frustration, but I could never get to a point where I'm that frustrated with my hockey team ever. And I'm glad to see the people being prosecuted. I know, slap on the wrist, little misdemeanor, but players can get hurt. You're throwing something from a high rate. You're throwing it on the ice. Someone trips and falls over. Ice is slippery. You're bounced off as it is. You trip over a piece of fabric, and look out. There goes your ACL. There goes your season. So I'm not even talking about the Leafs play, which has been awful. Let's not put a dress on a pig, but the fans need to understand stuff like that, and hopefully, I could never in a million years think of doing something like that. And again, it's not just because of the money. You can always go and buy a new jersey. Not cheap, but you can do it. But the sentimental value for me is it's just way too much. I couldn't do that. Ever. So anyway, that's an episode of the Power Play with CJ on Leafs fans throwing their jerseys on the ice. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.